Good evening, Tiger fans, and welcome to Betty Brackett Field here in Union County as your ladies Tiger softball team on the mound tonight as they welcome in the visitors from Alachua County, the Newberry Lady Panthers. Tigers in on the year 0-2, but home always good for the soul. Tigers' first home game of the year. They welcome in the Lady Panthers 2-0. I'm the host of Big Hawk Charles Jackson. We get ready for game day here in Union County. Good view from Betty Brackett Field. Did not know they named it after the old PE coach. How about that? And we're here today with some Tiger softball. It is a shot to right, and it's fielded by the Tigers. That is number. Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to get numbers right. That's number 9. That is Alvarez. Or 8. Sorry, Alvarez with the catch. So that is one down for the visiting Newberry Lady Panthers. So we're at the top of the first. That's one down. Welcome to Tiger Baseball here, WCR 107.1. I'm your host, the Big Horse Charles Jackson. On the mound tonight for the Tigers is, what's her name? Emma Hanna. Emma Hanley on the mound for the Tigers. That goes for a called ball for the Lady Tigers. Tigers try to get one to call them here to open up home play for the first time this year. So here's the second pitch for it's a pop fly and a mental error by the Tigers, number 23. That was Lillian Mayhew with the error. That puts one on for the Lady Panthers. Of the bat for the Lady Panthers is number 10, Kaylin Williams, the designated hitter. One on, one out here at the top of the first here in Union County. And a stolen base attempt, and it's successful as the Panthers move into scoring position. That was Brooke Hunt. Failed to get the runner at second. On deck for the Lady Panthers is number 33, Aubrey Malburn. On the mound tonight is number. Geez, my vision is so bad. Y'all bear with me, boy. Emma Hanley, the pitcher, she's batting third tonight for your Lady Tigers. Pop fly, that's going to the parking lot. That's going to foul off for a strike. So 0-1 count. One out, one down, one on. Here at Betty Brackett Field for, actually that's 0-2 count. Can Hanley get the punch out? Here's the pitch. High, and that's going to lead to another stolen base by the Lady Panthers. That's going to put their runner at third with a 1-2 count now. Good crowd here tonight, here in Union County, as our Lady Tigers welcome on in the Newberry Panthers for their first home game of the season. Our boys traveling to Alachua County take on the Santa Fe Raiders. I'll keep you posted on that once that information gets to me. Shot to middle, and that's a single. That'll bring home the runner from third, and the Panthers on the board first. The score is now 1-0 Newberry. Off a single to the left. That's an RBI for Kaylin Williams as Layfield gets home from third. At the bat for Newberry is Aubrey Malburn. And almost a stolen base opportunity. Good eye by Brooke Hunt to hold the ball. That goes for a ball for Hanley. That was a hurricane for a second. I got it right up here now. 1-0 count for the Panthers. One down, one on. Pitch is called for a strike. Good ball right there by Hanley. It's a 1-1 count, one down, one on. Newberry leads 1-0 here at Betty Brackett Field for the Lady Tigers home opener of 2026. Here's a pitch. Outside for a ball. 2-1 count for the Lady Tigers. It's good to see my good friend and former fifth grade teacher, Coach Brian Tomlinson, on the sideline, docking that purple and gold. That's the first time seeing Coach Tomlinson coach in many, many years. So it's good to see him back on the sidelines. It's our 2-2. He is one of my favorite coaches in any sport. as a Tiger. He's always bring passion and energy to what he does. So it's good to see him back in the purple and gold. 2-2 count for the Tigers. He looking for the punch out. And she's out of there. Strikeout for Emma Henley. That's two down for the Panthers. One on. And that's a good sign for Lady Tigers to get the first strikeout of the night. I'll bring up their fifth person on the batting order. Number 3. That is Madison Rogers, the first baseman. Tigers try to avoid danger. Down 1-0 early here at home in the first inning. Shot to the right. Call for strike. Fouled off. Our varsity boy baseball team in action against Santa Fe, the team they beat in the preseason in a 2-0 sweep, home battle. Tiger looking to get the upper hand on Santa Fe as well tonight in regular season play. Outside for a ball for Hanley. And now it's a strike for Hanley. Now the Tigers looking to end the inning. Not too much in danger. We'll thank the softball team for letting us come out here and support them and call their game tonight. It's a good crowd here at Betty Brackett Field here in Union County. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. So it's 2-2 count. 2-2. Two down. One on at first. Tigers down one. Tigers trying to avoid more danger by inning here. Here's the pitch. That's a chopper back to short. And they cannot field it. Number 9, Addie Hines cannot field the play. That's going to put 2 on for the Lady Panthers. That's the second error by the Tigers this half of the inning. That's 2 on, 2 outs. And I'll bring up the sixth person in batting order, number 8, Riley Keefe, who is playing shortstop. And that is a call for a strike for a foul ball. Nice night for the Tiger softball here. I'm going to get ready to log on to Game Changers to keep us posted for the varsity boys baseball matchup against the Raiders of Santa Fe. They'll be back home Monday night against the Nice Panthers. There's a bunted tip, fielded, and that'll do it. Down to end the side, and the Tigers avoid danger. Only one run earned for the Lady Panthers as they shift gears to the bottom of the first. Tigers trail 1-0 here. Betty Brackett Field. I almost said Betty Crocker by accident. Y'all forgive me. But beautiful skies, clear. Temperatures do say we are in the mid 70s this time of night. My goodness. It's going to be a hot spring for us. We all asking for this hot weather. I don't hear no complaining when the spring hits. I don't hear no complaining. So on the mound for the Panthers is number 2, Sarah Burns for the Panthers. Let the bat first for Coach Thomas's Lady Tigers. Is number 23, Lillian Mayhew. So I wonder why the girls softball players wear a mask. They want to get hit in the face. Ah, makes sense. Ah, makes sense. So here we go. We get ready for some Tiger softball. Let's go to game change right quick. There was a Tiger baseball from around the area. Here at the bottom of the first. Currently right now, let's check on some Union County baseball. Union County. There you go. All right. As of right now, in Alachua, the Tigers lead 1-0 as the Tigers have 2 on, 2 outs in the top of the first over there in Alachua County as Christmas was walked. Here we go. I'll keep y'all posted on Tiger Baseball. And that just fouls out for number 23, Lillian Mayhew, who's up the Tigers. Sorry, I had a phone call. I'm going to take care of that right quick. I am busy at work. What does my mother want? 0-2 count for the Tigers here at the bottom of the first. Here's a pitch. Single back up the shoot, and that is a base hit for Lillian Mayhew. The Tigers on the board with 1 on. Hello? Stolen base from Mayhew. That's a ball, so Mayhew with the steal for the Tigers. Here's a pitch for our second batter, number 1, Leah Dix. And that is a 2-0 count. Or 1-1. Here at the bottom of the first, Tigers got a runner score position at second after the single by Mayhew and a stolen base. Wide for a 2-1 count. Tigers looking to answer the 1 run in the last inning. That is in for a strike, 2-2 count. No outs, 1 on for the Tigers as we got a runner score position at second base. So that's 2-2 count. That's the foul ball. Foul ball again. That's going into the bleachers. And the softballs are bigger than baseballs. They're a lot more wallop with the punch. So she's battling. Dix is keeping the inning safe. She's bound to plate with Miss Burns of Newberry. Here we go. Here's the pitch. Tips out again. She is battling. Here's the pitch. Outside, Mayhew steals. And she's safe. Mayhew is safe, and it's a full count for the Tigers. 3-2 count. Tigers are going to run at third. Full count for the Tigers. Here's the pitch. Foul. This is a big inning for the Tigers to keep this game close. She is battling at the plate. And they ain't going to be like a pop fly to short. And Mayhew without go home from third. That's one down for the Tigers. Up the bat for the Lady Tigers tonight is the pitcher, number 12, Emma Henley. A foul off. That is 0-1 count. What's going on, bro? That's in for a strike. 1-1 count. You have a technical scoreboard here. We got the same problem last night. Score went out on us middle of the game. And a popper to the fans and almost caught my mother. There's now 1-2 count for the Tigers. All right, that is a 2-2 count for the Lady Tigers. One down, one on. The third, Tigers trying to keep these close with a runner scoring position. Here's the pitch. Wide, full count for the Tigers. Give you an update from Santa Fe High for our Tigers. Here we go. Here's the pitch. And a foul. Count raised full. 3 3-2 count for the Tigers. Runner at third, one down for Union County. Pitch and a shot towards center. He's going to take off. Mayhew saves. Mayhew gets the Tigers with a boot off a sac fly by the pitcher Emma Hanley, and the Tigers have tied this thing up at the bottom of the first. So that's two down. But a sac fly to conference to the mound for the Lady Panthers. Good eye by Hanley to take off and score for the Lady Tigers. 1-1 here at the bottom of the first, two down, no one. Tigers are tied this thing up with a sac fly by Hanley. And Mayhew takes off from third to score. We're tied at one apiece here at the bottom of the third. Bottom of the first. We're having scoreboard technically, but the right scores on the screen 1-1. We're tied here between the Tigers and the Panthers. You might have to go out there and mess with the breaker like they did the other night, the baseball game. Number 9 up the bat. That's Miss Addie Hines for the Tigers in the 4-hole. There's the pitch. In there for a strike. That's an 0-1 count for Newberry, for Union County. Trying to give you an update for the Tigers game. It's 1-1 between the late Tigers here and the fight Tigers. Let's go check on the boys over there in Santa Fe. The Tigers lead 3-0 on the road. Yeah, that worked. So it is 1-1, two down, no one on, one strike. As hold on, we getting some kind of update here from the score table. Oh, old jalopy. Here's a pitch. And that is a strikeout. Hines goes out on strikes. That is he's third out. And that'll do it here for the first inning. Tigers and Panthers are tied at 1 here. Betty Brackett Field. We're right back with a couple of our sponsors here from Union County. Tigers and Panthers tied at 1. Welcome back to Betty Brackett Field. As we're in the top part of the second. Tigers and Panthers both tied at 1. Up the bat for Newberry is the pitcher. Like, let's see what number that is. On the bat is number 5. Right for the Abby Parker for Newberry. Pitch in for a ball. It's 1-0 count here at the top of the second. Tigers got their first run of the game due to a sac fly by Emma hitting the pitcher. Drive home Lily Ann Mayhew. That's a strike. Speaking for Miss Emma Henley. So it's 1-1 count here at the top of the second. Doing double duty, doing the baseball updates and our softball updates. That's just on the inside. That is a ball. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. And that's a strikeout, actually, for Emma Hanley. That's her second K of the night. That's 1 down for Union County. Up the bat for Newberry's number 2, the pitcher, Sarah Burns. Pitcher versus pitcher in this matchup. Burns versus Hanley. Here's the first pitch. Wide for a ball. Top of the second, Tigers tied at 1 apiece. Thank y'all for tuning in to Union County Tigers softball here on WUCR 107.9, the Big Hoss. Charles Jackson, the play-by-play. I got my good friend RJ Wallace, my sideline reporter tonight. We're on the scoreboard here. As that one, I did not see that what that was, so we're working on the scoreboard here at Betty Brackett Field. 1-1 to score. That's in for a strike for Henley. Let's see what the count is. Body up. Here's pitch. Another strike for Hanley. That's 2 strikes. 1-2 count. 2-2 count for Sarah Burns. And this at bat 1 down for Newberry. Thank you. Full count here at Betty Brackett Field. Still working the scoreboard right, but it's a full count. Tigers got 1 down. Let's see if they can punch out another one. Hanley looking for another strikeout. Here's a pitch, and that fouls out to the parking lot. Still remains full count. The top of the second, Union County leads 3-0 over Santa Fe. As Jeffrey booted the bat, Tigers got runners at first and second with no outs in the top of the second. A shot to the left, and that is a good hit by the pitcher, Sarah Burns, and that is a home run for the Newberry Lady Panthers. Out to the left, and Newberry off a solo shot takes a 2-1 lead. So after a huge battle at the plate, the Newberry pitcher Sarah Burns outguns our pitcher Emma Henley to a solo shot home run. Newberry leads 2-1. That's actually the first ever softball home run I ever witnessed in person. I've seen a lot of sports. I've never seen a baseball home run in person. I've never seen a softball home run in person. That's my first ever softball home run. So that's off the solo shot by Burns. Newberry leads 2-1. Up the bat is number 7, Cora Kuda, third baseman. Wide for a ball. So Tigers trail for the second time tonight, 2-1 after the solo shot home run by Sarah Burns, a pitcher for Newberry. Here's a pitch. Low for a ball. 2-0 count. Tigers cannot get rattled despite the home run surrendered. There's still a lot of ball left despite trailing 2-1. In for a 3-0 count for Henley. And that is strike 3-1 count for the Tigers. So we're definitely down the scoreboard tonight. So the scoreboard on your screen is the correct score. I'm so sorry for not putting it back up there. It is 3-1 count. Tigers down 2-1. That is a walk for number 7, Cora Kuda. That puts one on for the Panthers as the number 9 hole pitcher hitters coming up. It is a second baseman, Nevaeh Eason, number 11. Oh, sorry, number 4. Start the batting order, Chloe Jones, catcher. So back at the top, back of the order for Newberry. Here's a pitch. And it gets away. That's a ball. Crudup is on at first. And that's back to the top of the order for Chloe Jones, the catcher. So 1-0 count. Strike by Henley. That's 1-1 count. Tigers have pulled it on 5-0 on the road against Santa Fe. 1 down, 1 on for Eric Lassiter for the Tigers. Tigers are pulling away. They lead 5-0. Shot, pop fly to shallow right. And he won a catch. And she doesn't get back in time, but what an amazing catch by number 1, Leah Dix. What a play. It gets out Chloe Jones, and that'll be 1 down for the Tigers. So they have 1 on. 2 outside. Thank you so much. That's 2 down for the Tigers. Looking to guys in it, not too much damage done. Up the bat is Tristan Layfield, the left fielder. Here's a pitch. Butt attempt, unsuccessful. That goes for a. That's a 0-1 count for the Tigers. That's number 22, Tristan Layfield up the bat. Tigers trail 2-1. A chest mister. And pitch by Henley. Shot the left. Bobbles and another error by the Tigers. That's put 2 on down for the Tigers, for the Panthers. And number 23, Leanne Mayhew could not hit on the catch. Now set up. Number 10, Kaylin Williams, the DH. Up to add more to the Panthers lead. Runners at first and second. Another error for this young Tiger team. Still early. 2-1 Panthers lead here at the top of the second here at Betty Brackett Field. That is a ball. Good eye by Brooke Hunt to save the ball and avoid an advance to the bases. Here's the pitch. Pop fly back to Miss Mayhew, and Mayhew ends the inning. So the Tigers do give up one. It was a solo shot home run by the pitcher Sarah Burns for Newberry, but the Tigers kept them at bay. 2-1 going to the bottom half of the second. We're right back with some sponsors from Union County Radio. You're listening to Union County Radio covering Tiger softball here at Betty Brackett Field. At the Betty Brackett Field, Tigers down 2-1. Up the bat is the catcher, number 16, Brooke Hunt. Tigers looking to get back in this game. Wide for a ball. That is a call strike. Well, get ready for April the 11th as New River Church in Rayford is having their gospel singing chicken dinner. Concert starts at 7. The dinner starts at 5. So if you want information, please get in contact with Assistant Pastor Jamie Williams with the New River Church in Rayford. The annual gospel singing chicken dinner starts April 11th. Dinner starts at 5 p.m. Thank you, New River Church in Rayford, for sponsoring Union County Radio. Foul ball by Hunt. That makes it a 1-2 count. Update from Alachua County. Tigers lead 5-0 through the top of the second. As they are running the corners for Kendall Carter and Eric Lassiter. Wild pitch making a 2-2 count. So 2-2 count here. Actually, the score's now 6-0. Union County on the way to having a run rule for the second time this week. And they can pour it on here in the early parts of the second. And that's a strikeout. Hunt got caught looking, and that is 1 down for Union County. Up the bat for the Lady Tigers is number 51, Courtney, being the DP. I just got the information on how the DP works. They're real flexible, so I like this thing. It's kind of cool. The DP can all be called in to switch, right? The flex can. That's pretty cool. That's 1 down for Union County. That's a ball for Courtney Benning. On deck is number 32, Jaden Alvarez. Number 32. So our flex tonight is number 21, Jessa Deacle. High, 2-0 count for Union County. The score is now 7-0. Union County is pouring it on against Santa Fe. They're still the top of the second with only 2 down. Chris was at third, while Evan Roberts at the plate facing a 1-2 count. Tigers looking for their first 6-0 start in a few years. Looking to knock off Santa Fe. And down goes Roberts on a strikeout. So now to end the inning, going to the bottom of the second, Tigers pouring on 7-0. And as a strike number 51, Courtney Manning 2-1 count. 2-1 count for Courtney Manning. Hines with the pitch. Sorry, Burns. And a shot to the left. And can that fall in? That is a single for Courtney Manning. And now to put Tigers on the bases with one on, one down. And I'll bring up number 32, Jaden Alvarez. On deck for the Tigers, number 6, Mia Kent. Is she related to Miranda Kent on them? I know she played basketball here while I was in high school. Shot to left by Alvarez. That's a foul ball. One on, one out for the Tigers here in the bottom of the second. Down 2-1 off the home run solo shot by Sarah Burns last time out. Tigers still got plenty of time to get back in it. Officially, our scoreboard is not working for them, the pitch count, but the scoring is still available, so it's still 2-1. I don't know what's going on with the scoreboards here in Union County in the last 24 hours. They had the same problem last night in baseball. That is a ball for Alvarez. And a strikeout for Alvarez. Down on pitches. That is the second out of the night. Now bring up number 6, Mia Kent. 2 down, 1 on. On deck is number 8, Alvarez on deck. That's a strike right down the pipe. 0-1 count. Here's Burns' pitch. That's another strike. 0-2 count. 0-2 count. Here's the payoff pitch for Newberry. And a shot back to the pitcher. That'll do it for the inning. Tigers left 1 on. Tigers trail 2-0 going to the top of the third.
Spires IGA Market is a locally owned, hometown proud supermarket. That means they are deeply committed to being more than just a grocery store. They strive every day to make a difference in their community, and for 4 generations, the Spires family has catered to its customers. The Spires IGA weekly ad is always available online at www.spiresmarket.com, and daily deals are available on their Facebook page at Spires Market. Their number in Lake Butler is 496-3361. Spires IGA Market, old-fashioned customer service.
Your floor is what grounds you to your home. The experts at Carpet One specialize in catering to all of the flooring needs of both residential and commercial clients. Our competitive prices and top quality products have left us with a reliable.
Up the bat for Newberry is number 33, Aubrey Matsberg. Here at the top of the third, Tigers out 2-1, and Mothburn up the bat for the Panthers here at the top of the third. Wide for a ball, so 1-1 count. In for a strike for number 33, Mothburn. 1-2 count. That's high, make it 2-2. course. Pitch. Shot to center. And that is out. Right the warning trap. J.D. Alvarez with the catch on the warning track, and that's one down for Newberry. Now bring up number 3, Madison Rogers, the first baseman. Now this is old. Foul ball, 0-1 count. It's pitch. Shot back to center and just over the gloves of Mayhew and a single for Madison Rogers. I'll bring on number 8, Roddy Keith for Newberry. So 1 on, 1 down. Here at the top of the third, Tigers trail 2-1. Score update from Santa Fe. Tigers lead 7-0 in the bottom of the third. 2 down with a full count. That is a called strike for Miss Hanley. On deck is number 5, Abby Parker. Wide for a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Chopper back to the mound, and that is an out. But that'll be a single for Riley Keys. That's 2 down for Newberry. Run at first. Now bring up number 5, Abby Parker, the right fielder. Can the Tigers out of this jam with 1 on, 2 down. Parker up the bat for the Panthers here at the top of the third. Pitch. Shot to right, and that is a single for Newberry. And a pass to third. That's runners at the corner with a 2-out single for number 5, Abby Parker. That brings on the pitcher, number 2, Sarah Burris, who solo home run last inning to give Newberry the 2-1 lead. So runners at the corners, 2 down, as Sarah Burris for Newberry up the bat for the Panthers. Here's a pitch. I also want to give a shout out to all the local schools from around the area that's competing for state championship final spots for basketball, for boys and girls. Good luck tomorrow, your final regional championship matchups. I know Bradford's playing tomorrow, Willison's playing tomorrow, Wildwood, a couple other schools from around the area. Good luck to you all. Columbia's playing, GHS. Good luck to you all competing for a spot to go to Jacksonville for the Final Four. Running up quarters for the Panthers, and Burrs called for time. Your boy, the Big Hoss, will be in Jacksonville for the Final Four. I will be in attendance if any school locally makes the trip. Fielded by the shortstop, and that'll do it. Instant danger by the Panthers. Tigers survive with 2 left on for Newberry. We're going to the bottom of the third. Tigers trail by 1. It is 2-1. Newberry leads. We're right back with a couple of commercials from our sponsors. Up the bat for Union County here in the bottom half of the third is number 8, Miss Alvarez. Yes, you do. On deck for the Tigers is number 23, Lillian Mayhew. Here's the pitch. Inside. That's an 0-2 count. And down those swings goes the Tigers, one down. Mayhew up the bat for the Tigers. There's a pitch. Just inside. Mayhew with a single, and Mayhew's on at first. Foul ball? Okay. That is a strike. A 1-2 count. Shot to left, and then another foul ball. 1-2 count here in the bottom third. Here's a pitch. That is a ball. 2-2 count. That is a strikeout. Mayhew goes down. That's 2 down for the Tigers. Strike number 1 to Miss Leanne Dix. Tigers lead 7-0 here going to the top of the third over there at Santa Fe High School. That's high for a ball. Here's a pitch. Fouled off for a 1-2 count. They have a good crowd tonight here. Crowd definitely shows up for softball. Here's a pitch. And for a ball, 2-2 count. Next up for Union County will be a home date Monday night against the Lafayette Hornets. Then they'll be on the road Tuesday against Trenton. And they'll be on the road next Thursday against Chiefs. They won't be home again until the 5th of March. and that fouls off. So the Tigers have a long break for the next home game. The Tigers go to the road after Monday for the next 4 consecutive opponents before they come back home for a home district opener against Dixie County. That game is at 7 p.m. Here's a pitch. Fouled off. She is battling. Here's a pitch. Fouled off, and she is battling her behind off. This is like the 7th, 8th pitch of the at bat. So we'll be here Monday night for softball coverage against Lafayette. They will be at the baseball game Tuesday against me. So I got a busy week ahead of me. And she goes out on pitch. Oh, and she goes out. That is 3 up, 3 out for Union County. And we go to complete 3. We're going to the top of the 4th. Newberry leads 2-1. Welcome back to Betty Bracket Field here at the top of the 4th. As your Tigers down 1-run here at the top of the 4th. As we get ready for some more Tigers softball, we'll be back here Monday night as they welcome in the Lady Hornets of Lafayette County. On Monday and Tuesday, we'll be back at Terrace River Field for the baseball team's matchup against the East Panthers. That's in for a ball for Hanley. Up the bat for Newberry is number 7, Cora Crudup. That goes in for a ball. 2-0 count. Here's a pitch. That's a strike for Henley. Here we go. 2-1 count. In for a strike. And it's a 2-2 count. My first softball game I've been to my entire life in Union County. This has been a good event so far. Good competitive matchup. And she's out on strikes. Strikeout number 4 for Emma Hanley. And that goes 1 down for Newberry. Brings up number back to the top of the order. Number 4, the catcher, Chloe Jones. Tigers trying to hold on here. Down 1. There's a ball for Jones. Want to appreciate the softball concession staff for hooking your boy up. Great burgers as always. I'm a huge burger guy. Thank y'all for y'all support. And thank y'all for letting me come here and call y'all games tonight. This has been something I never thought I'd be doing, calling a softball game. Here we go. That last pitch is strike or ball? Ball. That is a 3-0 count for Jones. Hanley looking to avoid the walk. Here's a pitch. That is a strike. 3-1 count for Miss Emma Henley. Tigers trying to keep these close here as we're in the top of the fourth. Here's a pitch. Shot to the left, and I'll go down for a single, maybe a double. Jones booking the second, and she'll stop. Nice job by Alvarez for holding it to a single, and I'll put one on for Newberry. And up the bat for the Panthers, number 22, Tristan Lacey on the left fielder. Update from Santa Fe High School. The Tigers up 9-0 in the top of the third. Tigers are pulling on. And that is a stolen base opportunity for Jones, and she'll go to second. So it's one down, one on at second. That is a cold ball, correct? Yep. Now you should not see the scoreboard. We'll get it right though. Keep a little big head down here. Here we go. Pitch. Shot to left, and that's going to go in for a single. That's going to bring in Jones home from second. And the Panthers double up on the Tigers now. Score is now 3-1 off the RBI double by Tristan Layfield. The Tigers are down 2 runs here at the top of the fourth. As Brooke Hunt goes to talk to Emma Hanley. Tigers trail by 2 runs now. Union County Baseball. Tigers are fishing in run rule territory. It's now 10-0 in the top of the third. That game might be ended a lot earlier than it should be. Tigers for their second 10-run win of the year. They happened earlier this week against Chiefland. When they defeated the Indians 13-1. Of the bats, number 10, that is Kaylin Williams, the DP. That fouls off for a strike. And that is a called strike on Newberry. So what was the call? That's too long. So how long you have? And that's a foul, so a call strike on a time violation. Wow. I'm learning a lot more about baseball and softball the more I watch. So you have 10 seconds to get back in the batter's box before you can call for a time violation. Okay, I understand it now. Me either. And a shot to center. That's a pop fly. Alvarez tracks it down, and that's 2 down for Newberry. On the bat for the Panthers, number 33 in the cleanup spot, Aubrey Bufford. Top of the fourth. Tigers down 2 runs. 2 down, 1 on. Shot in the left goes for a foul. Here's a pitch. In for a strike. And Hunt, well, she is such like a heat-seeking missile looking to get out the run at second. Here's a pitch. Got him out. And just missed out. But as a strikeout for Hanley, but the runner is safe at third. That's 3 outs, and that doesn't matter. That is it. The sign retired. That's 3, ref. The umpire. I can say ref. It's not basketball. Yeah, sure. Anyway, so it didn't even matter. You ran for nothing. So we're going to the top of the fourth, bottom of the fourth. Tigers still in it, down 2 runs, but they got to get some runs going fast. We're going to the bottom of the fourth. We're going to talk to our sponsor, Murray Automotive Store in Stark. We're right back with more Tigers softball.
At Murray Automotive Group. With 2 stores now open, we have an even bigger selection of vehicles with the same great level of service you've come to expect from the Murray name. Our brand new Quick Lane facility can handle all your automotive needs for any make or model, including RVs. And nobody beats our prices, and I mean no one. And we'll trade anything from rubber ducks to tow trucks. So come see me, Dale Murray, at either Murray Superstore location, and I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Welcome back to Tiger Softball. Here at the bottom of the fourth, up of the bat is the pitcher, Emma Hanley. Strike. And she's been dealing tonight. Number 2, Burns. Tigers down 2 runs in the bottom of the fourth. 3-1 lead for the Newberry Panthers here at the bottom of the fourth. And that's a ball. 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that's a ball. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. And 2-1 count. Inside again. 3-1 count. And that is the ending of the top of the third. Tigers pouring it on 10-0, heading to the bottom of the third. Fouled off for a 3-2 count. Full count for Emma Hanley. Tigers looking for their first 6-0 start in a few seasons. The lady softball team for their first win of the season after a tough road trip. It's always good hope to get some home cooking. But they're now 2-1, 3-1 at home. Here's the full count pitch. That's a walk for Emma Hanley, and that'll put a runner on at first. Up the bat next is number 9, Addie Hines. I don't know if y'all know, Coach Brian Thomas is more calmer the older he has gotten. Because, man, listen, the man I know, man, he used to be real angry a lot. So the older you get, I guess the more wiser you get. So he looks real calm, collected over here at the third baseline. That is a stolen base for Emma Hanley. And they're gonna have fired by Coach Tomlinson. In for a strike for Hines. And Hanley books it. And she's at third. How about that? Look at the pitcher showing some gusto. So you have runner at third with nobody out. 0-2 count for Hines. That's it for a ball. 1-2 count. Tigers being aggressive this bottom half of the fourth. Look at the insurance run here. With a run at third. Pop fly. Oh, she gets it in. That's going to be a single. Hanley comes in from third, and we got a 1-1 ball game as Addie Hines with an RBI single of a pop fly. Boy, how would you notice? In the great words of Vern Lundquist, how do you do? Tigers are back in off the blooper of a hit by Addie Hines, bringing home the pitcher Emma Hanley from third. We have a 3-2 game here all over again, folks. It's a 1-1 game as the manager for the Panthers and what talked to her staff. 3-2 game with nobody out, one on here at the bottom half of the field. We got a softball carry here, folks. And you see Coach Brian Thomason walking down the third baseline, trying to wheel his girls into the softball game. It's only a 3-2 game now. After the blooper hit by Hines, bringing home Hanley from third, or RBI single for Hines. Brooke Hunt up the bat for the Tigers. Hunt foul. I know Brooke Hunt from basketball season. She's a very good shooter. Tigers made it to the first round of the district playoffs in District 6, a world class. They failed at Taylor County into their season. She told me to come check out a softball, so now I'm calling in for softball games this year. So shout out to Brooke Hunt for the basketball team. Hunt with a slugger, and that's a good hit. And that, she dropped it. Hunt's going to go back. What a shot by Brooke Hunt. That's going to put 2-1 for the Tigers. And look at Coach Thompson book it. He's going to field out the morning, Coach. And going to be a courtesy runner. That's number 14. That is Arnold Burnett. And Coach Thompson showing he's still 20 all over again, showing the wheels. Coach Thompson will field out the morning. Up the bat for the Tigers is Courtney Berry. She drove in the only run early on for the Tigers. We got a 3-2 game. 2 on. No outs. Newberry, for the first time, is in trouble here in the bottom half of the fourth. Here we go. Berry got the bat. No outs. That's a low ball, and Hines books it, and we got runners at third and second. SpaghettiOs. We got a situation here. One ball, no strikes, no outs. And Newberry starting to reel a little bit here in this bottom half of the fourth. It is 3-2. With 1 on. 2 on. Man, is that going out of the park? And no, and she's out. And Hines going to book it. And they're going to tie it up. Runner at third. She's going to go. Burnett. Hey, saves. Tigers take the lead. 4-3. Hey, Mr. Rip. She just got spooked. I got spooked too. That's 1 out, but the Tigers, in a 3-run bottom of the fourth, they have retaken the lead, took the lead for the first time tonight. What a crazy sequence of events. Tigers lead 4-3 for the first time tonight. Pop fly, that's going to where we at. Right in front of us. What a crazy events over the last 25, 30 seconds. Up the bat is number 32, Jaden Alvarez. 1 down for the Tigers. 4-3 Union County. Pop fly, that's going into the woods. What a game. No, still 4-3. Still 4-3. I got worried myself. What a game. Tigers are making things interesting. They have a 3-run bottom of the fourth, and they lead 4-3 over undefeated Newberry. Just fouled. That's it. 0-2 count. 1-2 count for 1-2, 1-2. 0-2. Got it. Thank you. Here we go. 0-2 count. 4-3 Union County. First lead of the night for the ladies in purple and white. And a shot to the left. And that's going to be a blooper. And that'll do it. That's 2 down for Union County. Not 3, but that's 2. Go back on the field. Thank you. Two down. Now bring up number 6. Be a kid. That's only two, ref. Hey, oh, that's two. That's two. Oh, hey, that's two, boy. Hey, that's only two. Hey, Coach Thompson walking towards the umpire. That's two, my boy. Thank you. Come on back out there. I'm about to go out there myself. Uh-oh. She's passionate about this. So we have a technical difficulty with the outs count. They tried to say it's 3 outs, but it's only two. And Miss Tomlinson left the scores booth to book it down to the field to argue with the referee about the out count. That is passion at its finest, folks. We're here at the bottom of the fourth, 3-run fourth for the Tigers, and it's a 4-3 Union County lead. And they still debating about the out count. As they're over here looking at the game changing camera to determine how many outs Union County have. I've only seen two, but and with further deliberation, it's only 2 outs, and I'll keep Newberry out on defense. Union County remain on offense, and they're making a pitcher change. Look like, let's see what they're doing. And they're gonna keep number 2 Burns at the mound. That is 2 outs now after further review. So it'll be a kit or remain at bat. Kit up the bat. Here's the pitch. That should have been a foul, but they called it a strike anyway. Outside for a ball. Kit foul. Bottom of the fourth, Tigers, a 3-run bottom of the inning. They lead 4-3 for the first time tonight. Here's the pitch. Shot to left, and has a single for Mia Kent. And she'll stay at first. Tiger will move on. Now bring on number 8, Alvarez for Union County. And they pull it on here in the bottom of the fourth with a runner on, 2 down. As Alvarez is on for Union County with a runner at first. Single for Mia Kent. And for strike is Alvarez. This has been action-packed bottom half of the inning here for Union County. They have fought all the way back for 3-1 down. Pop fly to center. As he dropped it. Another error for Newberry. It is now runners at first and second. Now bring on Lily Ann Mayhew with runners at first and second. What a chaotic last few minutes here. Betty Brackett Field. You have runners at first and second. Mayhew could add on a huge blow to get some more runs in. That is a strike. But runners at first and second. Tigers have let the bats loose. And a couple of Newberry mental errors. The Tigers are in this game and leading by 1. Woo! Hard hit by Mayhew. That's an 0-2 count. Big time situation here for Newberry to get out of this jam. With 0-2 count, Mayhew on deck is number 1, Leanne Dix. Here's the 0-2 payoff. Foul over to the Newberry sideline. And I'll make it 0-2 count. 4th pitch of the inning for the at bat for Mayhew coming up. This has been an action-packed bottom of the 4th for Union County. By far the best inning of the night. They have rallied, and they're letting the bat sing here in the last half of the inning. Here's the pitch. Foul. And that's going to the 5th pitch of the at-bat for Mayhew. Tigers are running their first and second. 2 down. Union County leads 4-3. A 3-run bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Inside. 4-1-2 count. Beautiful night here in Union County. Mid-70s here. And the bats, they're starting to heat up here at Betty Brackett Field. Tigers on the run. Now at 1. Here's a pitch. Mayhew just fouls, and she is battling at the plate tonight, trying to wheel her Tigers to increase her lead. Foul ball for Mayhew. This is her 7th pitch as the at-bat. Here we go. Pitch number 7 for Mayhew. Here it is. And she strikes him out. And that'll do it for the Tigers, but a heck of an inning by Union County. Tigers lead 4-3 after the impressive 3-run bottom of the 4th. We played through 4. We're going to the top of the 5th. Union County leads 4-3. We're right back with a couple of our announcers. Sponsors.
Your floor is what grounds you to your home. The experts at Carpet One specialize in catering to all of the flooring needs of both residential and commercial clients. Our competitive prices and top quality products have left us with a reliable reputation that continues to exceed your expectations. Carpet
Thank you to our sponsor at Teal Town Carpet One Stark. We're back here on the top half of the 5th. And up the back 4, Newberry. On the mound still is Henley. Here's a pitch. Foul ball. That's number 3, Madison Rogers. So it's Rogers, Keith, and Parker, the top 3 here for the top half of the 5th. Here at Betty Brackett Field for the top half of the 5th inning. Tigers looking for the upset tonight. Shot the right, and that is a single for Rogers. And now put the Panthers with a runner at first. Now bring with number 8, Ryan Keith. Panthers with a runner at first. Up the bat is number 8, Riley Keith. On deck for the Panthers, number 5, Abby Parker. Butt situation. Mishit on the ball by Hines, and I put the Tigers with 2 runners on, no outs. As that's an error for Union County, and the Tigers have a visit to the mound by head coach Brian Tomlinson. Coach Tomlinson trying to talk to his girls. That's 2 runners on with a butt effort by Keith. Now bring on Parker. So next 3 batters for Newberry is Parker, the pitcher Sarah Burns, who had a solo home run back in the top of the 2nd, and then Cora Cruda to lead up the bottom of the 3rd of the 3 batters. So here we go. Next is the batter in the center hole, number 5, Abby Parker. So you have runners at first and second now for Newberry. Here at the top of the fifth. Bunt attempt. Just missed the bunt attempt as Hines trying to go get it. And that'll be 0-1 count for Newberry as the Newberry dugout starting to get some momentum. Backing up their girls. 0-1 count. 0-1 count. Hines is right there ready for the bunt attempt. It's getting real loud down there. Here's the pitch. That's the out. And that is one down for Newberry. Up the bat for the Panthers is number 2, Sarah Burns. She had a solo shot at the top of the second. 2 on, 1 out. High. A nice job by Hutt to corral it. Hutt using those eyes to avoid the stolen base. That's a ball for Newberry. It's getting very competitive here. The old Union County Newberry rivalry has been going on for many, many years across many, many different sports. Football, basketball, baseball, high for a ball. And a new addition of the rivalries out hit the mound of the softball field. Union County Newberry hasn't been the best of friends over the years in any sport, but it's been a main rivalry on the football field. That's a 3-0 count for and one more walk, and that'll lead out Sid Burns to first with a bases loaded situation for Crudup. Here's a pitch. That is a walk. No, that's a walk for Sarah Burns, and the bases are loaded for Newberry. Core Crudup in a tough situation. Bases are loaded for the Panthers. And there's a stoppage on the field. It's going to be a substitution for a runner. Number 1 for Newberry, that is Georgia Batson. Subbing in for Burns as a courtesy runner. Bases loaded. Cruder up the bat for Newberry. Here's the pitch. In the ground for a ball. And you can't afford to walk anybody because I would tie the game up at 4 apiece. That is a strike. 1-all. Can Hanley get out of this jam with the lead intact? That's a 2-1 count. And that is a hit pitch. That'll bring home a run, and we're tied at 4 after the hit pitch, and we're not up at 4 at the top of the 5th. But top of the 5th, bases loaded, 1 out. And Newberry tied the game up due to a hit by pitch on the bases loaded. And now set up back to the top of the batting order, number 4, Chloe Jones. A home run will be detrimental. That is another ball. A hit to right. And that is a out. And that is a sac fly. And Newberry has regained the lead 5-4 after a pop fly to right. And Newberry regains lead 5-4. Runners at first and second. That's 2 down for Newberry. But they have answered the call this bottom half, top half of the fifth. 2 runs to answer the Tigers' 3-run inning back in the bottom half of the fourth. It's a 5-4 Newberry lead. It's foul, so it's a 0-1 count. Ball. So they actually won it though, but they're undefeated nonetheless. So it is not going to be a run. So the 1-2 count. They thought she got hit by a pitch. It's a 1-2 count. Over the Electric County, Santa Fe is on the board 10-3 now. It's the end of third. End of fourth goes to the top of the fifth. Tigers still up 7 runs. Shot to the left, and that is a foul ball right over the guardrail. Tigers led early 10-0 on this side of the inning. Santa Fe win up 3 runs to make this a 7-run deficit for Union County. Here at Betty Bracken Field, it's been a back and forth game for most of the night. Newberry back control by 1 run. Two count, says the ump. Chopper to short. And another missed opportunity by the. They got him? Oh, she did get him. All right, so now in the inning, Tigers avoid minimal damage. Tigers down 1 again, 5-4. We go to the bottom half of the fifth. Tigers down 1 here in Union County. Welcome back to Betty Bracken Field for the bottom half of the fifth inning. Tigers down 5-4. The bat for the Tigers is number 1, Leanne Dix. As we get closer to the winding down stretch of this game, Bottom of the fifth. Tigers down 1 run. Let's see what happens. Shot to short. And she's out of first. One down for Union County. Of the bat is number 2. Number 12, the pitcher, Emma Henley. Pop up by the Tiger dugout. And that is a strike. Oh, 1 count for Henley. High, 1-1. High, 2-1 count. Here we go. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Foul, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. That is a 3-2 count, full count for Henley. Here's a pitch, and she's out. Strikeout for Burns. That's 2 down for Union County. Of the bats, number 9, Addie Hines. Oh, 1 pitch, strike number 1, Addie Hines. Here's the 0-1 pitch. 0-2 with a strike. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Pop fly back to where we at. Oh two, 0-2 count. Here's pitch. 1-2 count. How you doing? Yeah. All right, stats. Yeah, so Dix was the last person up for Union County was number 12, Henry. Henry got struck out. So Dix was number 2 on the batting order. Henry was just struck out. So Dick and Henry both got struck out. So we're on highs right now. Both were K's. Mayhew, ooh. No, she threw out. She threw out. So Baker batted last inning. So yeah, so yeah, so Dix, Hanley, and Hines batted this inning. So 3 up, 3 down. We're working out together, brother. Yeah, I got you. We're going to the top of the 6. Welcome back to Betty Bracket Field. We're here at the top of the 6. Tigers go down to 1, 2, 3. Up the bat is number 33, number 10, Kaylin Williams. And a wild pitch. Oh, what old count. Here's a pitch. That is a. Got lost a little bit. I'm looking. Here's a pitch. That's a strike. 2-2 count. Here at the top of the 6. No one, no out for Union County. Tigers trying to get the ball back for another chance. That is a strikeout for Henley, and down goes Williams. Up the bat next for Newberry is number 33, Aubrey Maxburn. Here's the pitch. Woo! Right onto my set, man. Almost hit me in the face. Appreciate my dog set Samantha Jordan for the shout out. Appreciate you, Samantha, for showing love tonight. As it is now, don't know what the count is. Dugout. Ah, hi. 3-1 count here at the top of the 6. Go have a seat. Might as well have a seat. Everybody else gone. Here's the pitch. Headed for a strike. 3-2 count. And that is a walk. Appreciate for all the love here on Facebook. Y'all showed me some love, man. I thank y'all. It was my first softball game, so y'all appreciate y'all the love, man. God knows I do, man. As a strike over the second. She's out. What a throw by Brooke Hunt. And that is 2 down for Newberry. Good job, Brooke. Everybody keep me down there? Yeah. You got people laughing at me? That was a strike. That is another strike. Yeah, we gotta get this. Ah, shoot. Oh yeah, Gage, the camera got knocked loose. Right before you walked up, so I had to fix the camera. Here we go. Foul. Welcome back. The ball's in the dugout. Oh yeah. Hey, a parent said the Gage in the camera got knocked loose. Get, yeah. That is another low pitch. What's the count right now? 2-2. Got it. Thank you, all. Here we go. 2-2 count. Smack back, and that is an out. As we go to the bottom half of the sixth, it is Tigers 4, Panthers 5. This is a must-score inning for Union County if they want to get a chance to win this softball game. Union County gets one more crack after this inning as we go towards the seventh. As the game-changing camera is knocked loose. But I will still give you coverage of this softball game. Thank y'all for all the love and support for this past week. This week has been amazing. I went to the county commissioners meeting, got some good love from Bradford County Telegraph, got some people shouting out. So I really appreciate that. My partner, Aaron Dukes, my boy, RJ Wallace from After Cross Sports. Thank y'all for continued support of the Big Hoss Charles Jackson. Without you all guys, the Big Hoss wouldn't exist. So thank you all for supporting me. And this is only the beginning for Union County Radio. And thank y'all for your continual support. But back to the action. Top of the bottom of the six, up the bat for the Tigers. It's number 16, Brooke Hunt. As a strike for Hunt, as the 5, 6, and 7 batters are up due next for this inning. I appreciate you, Aaron. The sound is amazing. I appreciate you. Much love to the baddest owner operator of the radio business, known to man, Mr. and Mrs. Aaron Dukes. Here we go. That's a foul ball. I think it leaves an 0-2 count for Brooke Hunt. Here we go. No outs, nobody on. 0-2 count for Brooke Hunt. There's the pitch. Hunt fouls again. Stays alive. They're scoring now. It's 14-3 in Santa Fe. Tigers. This is their last roundabout. So Jack Johns is on for the save. And if he could get these last two outs, Tigers will move to 6-0. So Jack Johns on for the save, 14-3 beatdown at the hands of the Santa Fe Raiders. Tigers with 13 runs against Chiefs on Tuesday, and they dropped 14 tonight on the road against Santa Fe. These guys are playing for a state title, by opinion. Brooke Hunt with a shot to left, and she's on at first. Tigers on at first as Brooke Hunt leads off in the bottom of the sixth. Up the bat next is number 51, Courtney Manning, the DP. 7 strikeouts. How many hits we got for the game? Yeah, Flush. How many hits we got? Thanks to my statistician, RJ Walls at Cross Sports. He's informed me that Emma Hanley has 7 Ks on the night. So good job for Miss Emma Hanley on the mound. Burns up the pitch for Courtney Manning. That is a strike. Courtesy runner for the Tigers, number 14, Otto Burnett. Jack Johns, the son of Matt Johns, commissioner of Union County. Here's a pitch. And a strike for Manning, and that's the 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Manning gets caught out on strikes, and that is 1 down for Union County. Up the bat for Union County, the 7th spot, number 32, Jaden Alvarez. So the Tigers with 6 hits on the night and another down goal strikes. As we approach towards the bottom of the 6th, 1 down for Union County, 1 on as a ball. Next game for the Tigers will be. Let me get back to my notes here. Another ball, 2-0 count. Next matchup for Newberry. Newberry will travel to Bronson on Monday. Then they will host Williston on Wednesday. That is a strike. 2-1 count. Newberry defeated Dixie County to open up their season with a 12-9 win. Tigers were only foul ball, and it's out 2-2 count. Tigers, they will be in action on Monday. They will host the LaFayette Hornets. We'll be here for that matchup. A slapper, and as a foul, kept the inning alive. Then Tuesday, the Tigers will host, on the baseball diamond at Terrace Shore Field, they will host the Newberry Panthers from St. Augustine. Well, Pontevedra, but, St. Pontevedra. Jack John trying to get the save at Santa Fe, 2-on-4, and a strikeout for Alvarez. That's 2 down for Union County. And now bring on number 6, Mia Kent for the Tigers. 2 down, 1 on. And a run scored by Santa Fe is at 14-4. We're running a second and third. A strike for Burns. If Tigers surrender another run, the run rule will go away. Unless they go back up 10 again. That is a ball. Here's a pitch. That's a strike. That's a 1-2 count. A slapper. That's a 1-2 count remains. Hit by pitch. Now loaded the bases for Santa Fe with a 14-4 deficit. The bottom of the fifth, Jack Johns on the mound. He's in trouble. Only one down. Bases are loaded for the Raiders. Here at Betty Brackett Field, the Tigers down one, 5-4. Slapper to left. That'll do it. That'll end the inning. And some trash talk done from the Newberry Panthers dugout. And that'll do it for the bottom half of the sixth. We're going to seventh. We're six cleared. And Betty Brackett Field Tigers down 5-4, going to the top of the seventh. Welcome back to Betty Brackett Field. We are at the top of the seventh inning here in Union County. Tigers down 5-4. Up the bat for the Newberry Panthers as there's a strike for Hanley. Number 8, Ronnie Keith. Tigers have really beaten themselves up with errors tonight, with loaded bases, just simple mistakes. But it's a young team. They're still in this game, but they got to limit the damage this inning. This top half of the seventh for any chance to win this game. Count is 1-1 here at the top of the seventh here at Betty Brackett Field. We're back here on and a grand slam home run by Santa Fe. It is now 14-8 at Alachua. The Tigers' run rule has gone away as Jack Johns gives up a grand slam to Santa Fe. It's now 14-8. That's one down for Union County for pop fly by Keith. Next up for Newberry is number 5, Abby Parker. That goes for a strike. I wish I was there to see that. Was my first ever grand slam witness, but Tigers relinquish a grand slam. The lead is now down to 6. So the Tigers got to play the last 2 innings. As a ball, 1-1 count. I think Jack Johns is a senior. 2-1 count for Henley and the Tigers. Trying to limit the damage. 1 down for Newberry. And a strike. That's 2-2 count. Nice pitch by Emma Henley. Here we go. 2-2 count. We got a good one here. Betty Brackett Field. Tigers looking to get the ball back with a chance to win it at the bottom of the 7th. And that is a strikeout for Emma Hanley. That is her 8th strikeout of the night. It is now 2 down for the Panthers. Up the bat is the pitcher who hit a home run early this evening. That is number 2, Sarah Burns, who's been solid about herself, only allowed 4 earned runs. This has been an interesting match all night between Burns and Hanley, and time called by Burns. Here we go. That is a strike for Hanley. Tigers can go 1, 2, 3 if they can knock out Burns here. That's a ball. 1-1 count. Good crowd here at Betty Brackett's Field here on campus of Union County High School. Just a couple hundred thousand yards away from the campus. Over here by the adult education / outpost building, but a good crowd here tonight. RJ here, my statistician for at the Cross Sports. I'm your boy, the big horse Charles Jackson. The 1 and 2s here for Union County softball here tonight at Betty Brackett Field. Here's the payoff pitch, and just missed the strike. 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the top of the 7th. 2 down, nobody on for Newberry. Tigers need this out here. Here's the pitch. 3-2 count. Full count situation. 5-4, Union County down 1. That is a walk for Sarah Burns. Now put 1 on for the Panthers. And now bring on number 7. Sorry, I'll bring on next for the Panthers. I gotta do a substitution. That's gonna bring in, I believe that's number 12. Or it's gonna be a flex. Let's find out. Courtesy runner for the Panthers is number 11. Number 1, Georgia Matson. And up the bats for the Panthers is number 12, Bristol Bryant. Should be subbing in for Core Crudup at 9 spot. So Bryant up the bat. Now that Crudup is now taken out. Matson over there first as a courtesy runner for the Panthers. 2 down, 1 on. Bryant up the bat for the Panthers. That is a foul called strike. Oh, 1 count, 2 down, 1 on for Emma Hanley. Here's the pitch. Here's for a strike. That's 0-2 count. Big pitch for Hanley. They can get the pitch out. See the dugout? Runner goes for second. She is safe. Gotta move. Georgia Matson the second, and that is a ball. I do not know where she went. She was in the dugout. She said she was going. 1-2 count for Bristol Bryant. Hot fly. Here's the hustle. And right there, my coach, Alex, the girls basketball coach, he voided a straight bullet there, and that'll keep that bat alive for Bristol Bryant. That is a strikeout for Bristol Bryant. Down goes Bryant. Henley, that is the 9th K for Henley. That'll set up a dire situation. Bottom of the 7th, down 1. Tigers at the bat. We're right back for the conclusion of Tigers softball. Here as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Tigers down 1. Welcome back to Tiger Softball. It is the bottom of the seventh. And the Tigers next hitters, number 11 subbing it is Michaela Orton. No related to Randy Orton, the wrestler. Orton will lead off here at the bottom of the seventh. On deck is number 23, Lillian Mayhew. So Coach Thomason makes a change in the batting order as Orton is up the battle. And that is a called strike, correct? 0-1 count for Michaela Orton. Ball, 1-1 count for Orton. This is it. Tigers got to get a run in this inning, or this would be a loss for the Tigers. Here we go. 1-1 count. That's a strike. 1-2 count for Michaela Orton. Orton is in disbelief of that last pitch. Orton just fouled. Top of the seventh. 2 ball, 1 strike, two balls. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch. Orton smacks it, and that is going to be an out. First out on the bottom of the seventh on a pop fly by Michaela Orton. And our brain going Lily and Mayhew. 1 down for Union County. Mayhew at the dish on deck for the Tigers. Leanne Dix. Mayhew back to the pitcher. 2 down. 2 down for Union County. Last hope is number 1, Leanne Dix on deck for the Tigers. Is number 12, the pitcher, Emma Hanley. So this is do or die for Union County. Pop fly to center, and that'll probably do it. Newberry wins 5-4. Tigers fall to 0-3. Newberry moves to 2-0 with a tough, gritty road win tonight. We'll be back here on Monday as the softball team take on the Lafayette Hornets on Monday. Tuesday, we'll be back at Terrace River Field for some baseball action as they will take on the Newberry Panthers out of Ponte Vedra. Let's give you an update of the baseball team over there in Santa Fe as it should be the 6th inning by now. Disappointed effort for the Tigers as they're in the middle, they're in the bottom of the 6th. Tigers lead 14-8 over there in Santa Fe. Some hugs, some friends, meeting at center plate. As the Tigers get the win, Tigers just falls to defeat 5-4. As we'll get ready to say so long from Betty Brackenfield. We'll be back here on Monday as the Lady Hornets on the Fed coming to town. Tigers fall by 1, 5-4. We'll see you back here Monday night. Go Tigers!